What's up, guys? The Rogue Bludger here with Unashamed Gaming, bringing you a Black Ops 3 game today. First thing, sorry for the long video. I know it's 11 minutes or so, but I did do a lot of cutting and editing to get it to this length. It was a 17-minute video, so be thankful for the 11-minute video. I'm sorry. I tried to keep in as much of the action and cut out as much of the boring stuff as possible when editing this video. So hopefully you just get all the good stuff and don't have to worry about anything else. And I'm sorry this video is going up so late. It would have been up at my normal time. But the first time this game captured, the file was corrupted, so I had to go back and get it out of theater mode just now, Monday evening. So it's going to probably be, I'd say, about 10 o'clock when this video goes up, maybe even a little later. So I do apologize for that. I'm trying to get on my normal schedule again, but when technology things don't work out like they should, it makes it harder to do that. But today what I want to talk about, what I want to address, is the age-old question. It's something that's been around, a question that's been around since probably about Modern Warfare 2, maybe before. Is Call of Duty the same game every year? Does Activision produce the same game every year and we buy it every single year? To answer that question, I'm going to have to go into pretty good detail, because it has a yes and a no answer. Yes, it is the same game every year. It is Call of Duty every year. I think whenever you are, buying into a video game franchise, then yes, it's going to be the same game every year, but it's going to be different. There's going to be some changes. But the core game itself is still going to be there. Now, when I want to say, the reason I say no, Call of Duty is not the same game every year, just look at it. Right now, if you compare Black Ops 3 to Call of Duty 2, look at that, and you can't tell me that those games are even remotely related. I mean, yeah, it's a point and shoot, but that's pretty much it, if you compare those two games. So obviously, there's some change going on over the years. And it's gradual in some instances, it's major in other instances, and we'll look at the transitions between those, between each game throughout this video. So Call of Duty 2 and 3 were pretty similar. They were both World War II based, pre-selected classes, and in create a class and multiplayer and things like that. So you couldn't create a class, you just had to pick from a number of selected ones that were already there for you. But then Call of Duty 4 came out, and it introduced a lot of things. I would say Call of Duty 4, the jump between Call of Duty 3 and Call of Duty 4 is the second biggest jump, next to only, biggest jump being most change between two Call of Duty games, second only to the Advanced Warfare Ghost jump, which we'll talk about that more in a minute. But Call of Duty 4 introduced, of course, create a class and kill streaks, as well as just a really solid multiplayer interface that was kind of unprecedented at the time. So that was, I don't think anybody could say that Call of Duty 4 wasn't a brand new game. Brand new style game, anyway. So in that case, no, I would say Call of Duty was not the same game that it was the previous year. And after that, World at War came out. World at War was basically, in my opinion, the World War II version of Call of Duty 4. They basically just took everything that Infinity Ward put in Call of Duty 4 and they World War II-ified it. The attachments on the guns, the kill streaks, the whatever it was, the creative class, they put all that stuff in World at War, and just put World War II style on it as far as the sights and the attachments and things like that goes, and the streaks were different, but it was still 3, 5, and 7, essentially the same thing. You had the 3 kill streak, which was a radar. You had the 5, which was mortar strikes in World at War, similar to the air strikes in Call of Duty 4. And then you had the dogs, which were like the helicopters. They would get you just a lot of kills. After World at War, of course, came Modern Warfare 2, and again, Infinity Ward kind of revolutionized some things. They added the option of like 15 different kill streaks, all different levels, going, of course, all the way up to 25, giving you the tactical nuke, which would end the game, and that was if you got a 25 kill streak, of course. So it would end the game and enable you to win the game by calling in the nuke and ending it. So the score streaks, I think, were the biggest addition to Modern Warfare 2, as well as one of the biggest additions. They brought about a lot of new guns, a lot of new game types as well that we hadn't previously seen. And I think Modern Warfare 2 is a pretty good advancement too. But that's about the time I think people really started to say, hey, this is kind of the same game every year, just revolutionized. And yeah, it really is. And I think when you have, if it wasn't the same game every year, it wouldn't be successful. It wouldn't be Call of Duty. The reason that I say yes, it is the same game every year is because yes, it's Call of Duty every year. The core concepts of, pointing, shooting, aiming, all that, the feel of Call of Duty is always there for the most part. And that's what makes it. Also, I went on like a 25 kill streak here, just saying. But that's what makes it Call of Duty. I think fans would be more disappointed if it wasn't similar in that aspect every year. But the ways they change are good and bad, but they do change every year, and you are paying for a new game every year. So I was at Modern Warfare 2. Next comes out Black Ops 1, which again, kind of changed some things with the way it ran. I think it introduced Capture the Flag, so some more game types. And this is really where competitive Call of Duty started to kind of get rooted in Black Ops 1. And that's where Treyarch saw that there was this connection to be made between the competitive community and the casual community. So Black Ops 1 did some things that kind of changed that. But again, if you look at it from a competitive standpoint, it did not have a LAN lobby. It wasn't good for that. We didn't get that until Black Ops 2. But to talk about Black Ops 2, we have to go to Modern Warfare 3. Again, Modern Warfare 3, a lot of the same characteristics as Modern Warfare 2. Graphics were arguably better, of course. I mean, how could they get better every year? Score streaks were different, but roughly the same. Some of them were the same. Some of the guns were the same, but they introduced the specialist ability, or not abilities, but specialist score streaks. So instead of kill streaks like you had, you would get specialist streaks, which would give you a point every time. Every time you got a kill or captured an objective or whatever it was, you'd get 1 point, and eventually those would build up to give you kill streak like things. Usually they were more support type streaks for the most part, and they weren't near as good as the ones you could get for going on actual kill streaks. So that's what it introduced. And then I would say Black Ops 2 changed a lot of things by introducing Hardpoint, by introducing the LAN lobbies, the Codcaster modes, the theater modes that they had, which I guess Black Ops 1 had theater mode as well, but Black Ops 2 was the best one to date that we've had for Call of Duty. But they introduced a lot of things, just the 3-lane map style of Call of Duty, the competitiveness, the balance of Black Ops 2. It was just a really good, really well-made game, and unprecedented kind of for its time. It's my second favorite Call of Duty, I would say, second to COD 4, and there's a reason for that. It's just because it was a good game. So going on from there, of course, we have Ghost. Ghost introduced some new things as well with the lean and the slide features, as well as blitz game modes. And their search and destroy was pretty good, minus the bomb glitch. And then, of course, we get to Advanced Warfare, which revolutionized Call of Duty. Not saying that was a good thing, a good revolutionization, but it happened nonetheless. Advanced Warfare was unlike any other Call of Duty we've ever seen, or I think will see, by introducing mainly the thrusters, but just the whole style of that game was thrown off completely from what we're used to for Call of Duty. So I would say Advanced Warfare was definitely a different game, almost not even Call of Duty to me, really. So, and everybody hated it. I mean, not everybody. A lot of people hated it. So that's my point, that if they didn't produce a similar game every year, it wouldn't be Call of Duty. And the fans who love Call of Duty, truly what Call of Duty is, aren't going to like it. So that's why, yes, Call of Duty is the same game every year. And also why no, Call of Duty is not the same game every year. Because when you look at Black Ops 3 to Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3 feels like Call of Duty. It took some elements from Advanced Warfare, toned them down a bit, related them more to what the core of Call of Duty is and should be, which is that yes that I was talking about. But the fact that they changed things is the no that I was talking about. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, how I can say that yes, Call of Duty is the same game every year, but that's okay. It's okay that it's the same game every year because it's not the same game every year. They do change it every year. There is innovations every year. If it was the same game every year, I think we would still be playing Black Ops 2 for competitive because there'd be no need to change. The reason we change every year is because it's a new game, new things to learn, and stuff like that. So, I think that's really my take on it. Is Call of Duty the same game every year? Yes and no, and that's why I think that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. This game's over. I got 80 kills in the first 3 sides. I wasn't able to play the last side or get any kills anyway because they all backed out. It was 2v6 or something. So I didn't even see a person the whole side. But thank you guys for watching this video. Again, leave your thoughts and comments down below. If you liked it, be sure to let us know. And as always, guys, God bless. We'll see you next time.